welcome to Idle Chat with the Wait What podcast. How are we all doing, guys?
Still watching football.
Okay.
Still here, sir. Fake doors.
Still here, still watching football, but full screened at this time, so even less tension. Bang, there we go. It's right there. It's right here.
While we're on the subject of football, I just read Unai Emery is Villa manager now, or head coach.
Oh, wow. They actually did it.
Yeah.
I mean, good for Villa, I suppose. That's decent.
No, fuck Villa. They're shit. They're a shit claret and blue team. Fuck Villa. Fuck Villa. Fuck Burnley. What's the other one? What's the other one? What's the other claret and blue team? This shit. Scunthorpe. Scunthorpe. Yeah, fuck them.
Who put the cunt in Scunthorpe?
It's all about West Ham. Irons.
Anyways,
it's what we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about that. I can't remember what we're here to talk about, but it's not that. I forgot.
To do with James Corden being some sort of.
That's Dave's favourite person. He loves James Corden. He loves Gavin and Stacey. It's his favourite programme. He's seen every episode multiple times.
I have not watched an episode of Gavin and Stacey.
You don't have to lie to. It's okay, Dave. You can lie to us. You can't lie to yourself. Okay.
I quite like James. I quite like James Corden. Like I don't watch anything that he does, but like his carpool karaoke's are always sometimes interesting.
See, there's for those who haven't seen it, there is allegations, I think is the right word for it. There are allegations being thrown around now that James Corden is, for lack of a better word, a prick.
I've heard these allegations.
Well, prick
because,
to wait
staff.
Yeah.
Which I'd just like to point out. I'd just like to point something out. This shit happens on a daily basis. Okay? People think that they're above servers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been a server. It fucking sucks.
Yeah, I'd never want to do that job.
I've done that. People talk to you like shit. And like, don't get me wrong, if Corden has done what he's been accused of, then he's a dickhead. But what I will say is, why is it now such a big thing? Because James Corden, who's famous, has done it. Why is it not a big film? What you say? If
I'm sure James Corden wouldn't have been the only celebrity to do this as well, though.
Yeah, but he's actually been called out by the manager.
It's probably because he's English.
Well, what you say is that the New York people have something against James Corden because he's English.
Yeah, they're just mad because London's better than New York. That's why. It's just jealousy.
Pound's not better by the dollar right now, though.
I mean, you get. Yeah, no, it's not. It's not. We've got a prime minister now, though, so it doesn't matter. At least our leader isn't going to die in the next 10 minutes.
This fancy restaurant in New York.
New York.
Balthazar is what it's called.
Yeah. Balthazar?
Have banned him. Is what the big story is, basically.
Did they have to? The thing is, did they have to go to the press? Because they have not just said to him, "You're not welcome."
It's everything is any press is good press, so it doesn't matter. They've banned him, took him to the press, and now they're going to have people flock to them because they feel sorry for them.
I don't feel sorry for them.
I don't know, because have you seen their menu?
It's America. Go anything for a bit of clout.
Oh wow, shots fired.
A soft-boiled egg with soldiers. So basically, a boiled egg with soldiers. How much do you think it is?
What? So basically, just a dippy egg. A dippy egg, basically. A dippy egg.
$6.
For a dippy egg.
Expensive. Yeah, it's dippy egg.
Mate, I could go and buy a loaf of bread.
Right.
And how many do you get?
Just says one egg with soldiers.
One egg. With
one egg.
One toast soldier or two toast soldiers?
Just says with soldiers.
Something tells me it's not just going to be a toast soldier. It's not going to be like a Hovis.
Next.
I don't think that's going to happen.
Steel cut Irish oatmeal with raisins or bananas. How much?
Porridge, basically.
$15.
No, $11.
$9. Okay.
in the middle, $11.
Bro, I can go and buy a box of Quaker Oats for like a $5.
You can go to McDonald's and get a porridge pot for like £1.
Exactly. Well, I don't say it's quid. It's £1.19 for a hash brown now. Mental.
Right, next. Scrambled eggs in puff pastry with wild mushrooms and asparagus.
Scrambled egg and puff pastry. What the fuck?
Yeah, that's why $20 because it's got the accoutrement.
I'd say $17.
$23.
What?
Yep.
Is that because of the wild vegetables?
Yeah, it's got to be. Are they like duck eggs or something? Or are they like fucking ostrich eggs? The eggs of a fucking dodo.
Full English breakfast. 2 eggs.
See. No. Just.
What?
No, it's not an English breakfast.
Belfast are an English restaurant.
Is it being cooked by
French.
fat, greasy? Is it being cooked by a fat, greasy geezer? No, then it ain't a full English breakfast.
Full English breakfast, yeah. So,
no, it ain't.
2 eggs, bacon, beans, sausage, mushrooms, tomatoes, and fried bread. How much?
Where's the black pudding?
Where's the chips?
I'm gonna say
Where's the
$25.
Where's the hash browns?
$25.
I'm gonna say 35.
Nah, $23, the same price as a scrambled eggs with puff pastry.
Fuck,
I'd rather have that.
I would rather have that.
Like, what the fuck? I mean, I'm not being funny. If these are what you're getting, if this is what you're getting given, no surprise Corden flipped his fucking lid.
A dinner menu.
I'm more interested in what they serve now. Fuck the arguments. I want to know what they serve.
Balthazar salad, which is haricot vert, which is green beans, asparagus, fennel, ricotta salata, and truffle vinaigrette. $18.
Ooh, it's the truffle. That's what it is.
Starter. Yeah.
They got any steaks on the menu?
They got a plates de jour basically, where it's basically they have a different plate for each day. And there's veal schnitzel on a Sunday and braised short ribs on a Saturday.
A bit like soup of the day.
Yeah, but it's like
not gonna lie, the schnitzel and the short ribs do sound quite nice.
Are these discounted rate as well because they're the special menu items?
Mitch, there's no early bird in this restaurant, okay? There's no early bird menu in this.
Where's the OAP menu?
Yeah, there isn't one. But so the allegations are that he 2 separate allegations actually. One of them was that he basically dressed down a server because I think his omelette was taking too long, and he was like, "Do I need to go in there and cook it myself?"
How long did the omelette take?
I don't know.
Because omelettes don't. It takes about a minute to cook an omelette.
Yeah, but more to the point, the waiter's not the one cooking it.
This just goes across in general. Just don't be a fucking dickhead to people handling your food. Don't forget they're handling your food when you can't see.
Yeah,
I think
you want some dick in your food. I don't think so. Then just don't be a knobhead.
Maybe they got tired of wiping their ass on like his fried bread and stuff like that, and then they just decided, you know what, fuck it, we're just gonna go public with how much of an asshole he is.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, he's denied all these allegations, though. He said not true.
I don't know if.
But it is a French restaurant, right?
Yeah.
So they're always going to back down anyway.
He's not German, Mitch. It's okay.
But he's English. What? He'll back down.
It's the truth. Historically, they back down. Sorry, but it's the truth. They got nice food, though. We'll give them that.
Expensive.
No, the French, just in general.
Oh, okay.
Bread.
Shit football league.
Thing is,
bread.
French league shit.
Thing is, if he's denying it, then he must believe that he's not been rude to these people. Like you don't come out and deny something if it's true.
Sure.
Well,
Prince Andrew.
Yeah.
OJ Simpson. What?
Yeah. Okay.
I think it's from like it's not like Corden's got a track record like historically for being like an arse face where people have complained about him and everyone's always said maybe he was just using dry
Maybe he was using dry
British humour.
Didn't they didn't they do that? Well, was it Ant and Dec maybe one time that like played tricks on him to like for his recording his TV show? Like they had like a phony security guard like asked for his ID and shit, and like someone was parking in his space or whatever, and he was getting really frustrated and annoyed with everyone, and then everyone's just like, oh, that's what James Corden's actually like when you kind of like piss him off, like a bit of a prima donna, bit of an ego on him.
Well, he's a talk show host in America, arguably one of the most successful. You're going to become a bit of a prima donna.
I don't know if he hasn't got a talk show anymore in America.
No, he's given it up there, isn't he?
Yeah, but he gave it up. It wasn't taken away from him. He gave it up.
Yeah, but did he give it up, or did he like give it up before he was pushed?
I think he gave it up because he wanted to come back and live in this country.
Don't blame him.
He can't get a decent meal.
Can't get a decent full English breakfast.
Yeah, all of our waiters take their abuse.
Yeah, it's taken. You know that British censor just take it on the chin, take it on the chin and crack on.
Over here, they don't expect to have a tip.
That's the thing. That's the thing that has always baffled me, just in general. Like I've never understood the whole you
Pay
need
your
to
fucking
leave.
Staff.
You need to leave 10% tip. No, you could just have national minimum wage.
Yeah, just pay your fucking staff and not expect them to just work for tips.
Mate, servers earn such dog shit money in America. That's crazy.
They earn dog shit money over here as well. I tip.
No, we got minimum wage. We get minimum wage and tips, whereas they get 27 pence an hour and tips and abuse.
I thought, didn't they introduce minimum wage over there?
Yeah, but it's probably nothing like ours. Before it was like $4 or $5 an hour.
Because they just work for tips, servers do, don't they?
Yeah. And then you have to deal with some fucking.
If I get change, I'll tip.
Change?
Yeah.
What's change?
If I had to deal with the fucking abuse that you get from fat middle-aged white women that they do in America, I wouldn't last. I'd get sacked. If someone spoke to me the way that I've heard them Karens speak to some of the servers, I'd just be them and they're like, ma'am, who the fuck do you think you're talking to?
Oh, 100%.
But who the fuck I don't give a fuck who you are. I'll ring corporate as much as you fucking want.
They'll be wearing their food. They'll
be wearing my foot up their ass.
They do like a good sue in America, don't they?
Sue, someone say sue.
A big sue.
Big sue.
Sue. I don't want it to be true because I like James Corden. He's a funny guy. I like Gavin and Stacey. He's a West Ham fan. I want him to be a nice guy. But has Hollywood got hold of him and turned him into a prima donna? It's likely.
Or was he always a prima donna?
Or was he? And it just been is it accentuated? Is that the right word?
What was the reason him and Matthew Horn fell out?
I don't know, but that's years old.
But I'm pretty sure that had something to do with the way he was acting as well.
Yeah, but he was nowhere near as big as he is now.
No.
Well, physically, he was bigger. But
I think what it is, people in America don't like him because he keeps getting into the fucking musicals. And he's just ruining all their musicals.
And he gets into everything, really.
It's James Corden, he's a big name. That's what he is.
Yeah. It was in the Friends reunion.
Yeah.
He was. I think it might be a case of he robs people up the wrong way. He has got that dry British sense of humour too.
No.
Sometimes I think it's funny, but comedy is subjective.
He had a good TV show where he was with another talented comic writer, and then he had a sketch show with Matthew Horn where we found out they're both not funny.
And telling me Lesbian Vampire Killers wasn't great.
Yes.
Yes.
But there were titties.
Do not go and watch that, okay?
There are titties in it, so just watch it for the titties.
I'm sure the success of Gavin Stacey gave him enough clout and like money so that he could hire a team of writers over in America to help do his TV show, where they write jokes for him.
With with that, like it's weird because like when you say about James Corden, in America they see him as the talk show host, as the suited and booted. He gives a good interview. I don't know.
They've never seen Gavin and Stacey, have they?
No, that's what it is. It's like they see him as the talk show host, whereas we see him as Smithy.
Yeah.
I mean, I quite liked him on A League of Their Own when he was on it.
He's a good presenter. He is a good presenter.
With Jack Whitehall and Freddie Flintoff and Jamie Redknapp all around him, kind of thing. He was like more bearable. But then he left, and then the show just got better without him.
That's because Ramesh Ranganathan is 10 times better.
Yeah, and you kind of
He's
look
a
like
great
Ramesh Ranganathan. You're like white Ramesh Ranganathan.
Have you got a lazy eye?
Said you haven't got a lazy eye.
No, I haven't got a lazy eye. No.
Yeah, but apart from
that, he is
Ramesh
insanely
Ranganathan.
more richer than I am.
He is
Insanely. He's probably got more in his pocket than I've got in my bank account. Fuck you. I can see straight. He can't. Fight me. Fight me, Ramesh. Fight me.
He'll find that funny.
Invite me to the show to watch it so you can fight me.
Gotta take the missus out once in a while.
No, I'm going on my own.
You don't want her to watch while Ramesh Ranganathan kicks your ass.
No, of course not.
Yeah,
I just don't. I don't want to believe it, but I can believe it, if that makes sense. I don't want to, but I can believe it could possibly be true.
I can believe it.
I don't want it to be true because I don't like servers shouldn't be treated like that.
Yeah.
Like that you shouldn't be treated like that.
But then if it's not true, then it means these servers are like lying.
Well, of course, is it he's done it, or is it the server's way to make a quick bag?
Once again, pay your fucking waiters.
Well, it's more that they're like, oh, what we could do is if we all say this, they will believe all of us instead of one person.
Yeah.
And you know what people are like now? If you upset someone, that's it. You can't just move on with your life. That's it. You're cancelled. It's the end of your life. You're finished.
Cancel culture.
No, that's my chair. No, it's not cancelled.
I don't see him like losing much of like a career over this kind of thing.
No, I just mean they're going to go after. I just mean they're going to go after him. That's all I'm saying. In that sense,
he'll come back to the UK and do whatever.
The fact that he's left America to come back to the UK, he'll be welcomed back with open arms because he's Smithy to everyone.
He's just treated a load of Americans like shit, so even better.
Rule Britannia.
We're always really extra nice to our American guests.
We are actually, to be fair.
Yeah, I never said Rule Britannia.
Yeah, and speaking of American guests, we completely forgot to mention it, but we did record with a new podcast. The episode won't be up until a couple of weeks from now, but Mr. Jake, I believe. And there's the fireworks, gunshots. You mentioned an American and they start shots firing. Mitch, you got any schools near you?
Yeah.
Makes sense, doesn't it? But no, we recorded with Jake.
You're not going to mention
Jake and the Dingus. It was weird. We've never been interviewed like that. Literally interviewed. It was weird. Normally we're just we normally just turn up and just turn everything to a shit show. Where we were actually interviewed. It was weird. Good time. I enjoyed myself.
I enjoyed it.
Into a shit show.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah. It was a guided shit show. It was interesting.
Yeah. More structured shit show.
Yeah. Oh, I had a thoroughly good time.
If we had someone like Jake on the podcast, we'd probably bring out like a decent like episode every once in a while.
Maybe we can do the Wait What Jake and the Dingus podcast.
Wait, what? Jake and the Dingus.
Wait, what? Jake and the Dingus. There you go. Just
Jake and the Dingus. Wait, what?
Yeah.
I always like when we try and smash our name into someone else's.
Wait, what Dingus?
Was that the Wait What Balls podcast for when Trudeau had the We Got Balls podcast? We got Wait What Balls.
Fizz and the Grizz. Go check them out as well. Doing something with them shortly soon as well. And also, we've got something else lined up with Happy Hour again. We're busy. got shit coming. Don't ask me when though. Don't ask me when.
People want.
Don't ask me when.
Shit.
No, they're coming on our shit. We need them, please.
Yeah.
Please.
Please
Please don't change your mind. Please.
Please don't change your mind.
Please don't. Please come back.
We need you.
We're not desperate. Please excuse my washing machine for all of a sudden turning into a fucking rocket. I don't know if you can hear it or not, but you're being treated to the song of my washing machine's people.
We only hear it when you talk.
Yes. Shut the fuck up.
Anything else you want to talk about, or is James Corden being a dick?
Well, I can't because my washing machine's still going.
I don't know, man. I don't know if there's anything else to talk about. There's plenty going on in the news in the UK, but any time that we're recording this so early, by the time this comes out, it will just be old news. So there's no point discussing anything topical other than this big story.
I would say that he will still be Prime Minister when we come back, but
exactly. You never know.
I don't know.
Would have let us outlast this one.
Yeah. I mean, the papers are going nuts over the Netflix thing with Princess Diana because the Crown are recording a new series, and it's got up to the timeline now where Princess Diana is divorcing Charles, and then what happened afterwards, which Liam likes to mention. And people are up in arms because they are recreating this historic event. I don't know how far they're recreating it. I'm guessing it's not going to be like you're not going to see.
Are they going to have the cocaine on the penis?
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. Exactly. You're not going to see like her head getting smashed in or something like that. You know, it's not Game of Thrones.
Just gets her head caved in by the fucking front seat.
Yeah. So it's kind of silly in my opinion, just because it is a historic event. They knew that if they were going to introduce Diana into the crown, then they were going to have this part.
Exactly.
It's going to happen. It happened.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's like you said earlier, it is a part of history.
Yeah, and I don't know if it's the same people that get mad at the actual actors that play bad characters or not. Like like Joffrey in Game of Thrones, the actor who plays him doesn't act anymore.
Yeah. I mean, people used to get pissed off at Draco Malfoy. Tom Felton.
Yeah.
The guy, I don't know, what was the actor's name that played his dad? Played Lucius.
I didn't watch Harry Potter.
He's a very famous British actor.
Yeah. They're all
British.
I'm
sure he is. Sure he is, but if I didn't see him or don't get a description, I'm not going to be able to. I could just name British actors.
Keep going. Just name him until you get it right.
Robbie Coltrane.
No, he's
Eddie Izzard.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Well, he wasn't back then.
That's a shame. Robbie Coltrane. That's a shame.
Hugh Grant.
Jason Isaacs.
It took me ages to get to that.
Fantastic actor.
Very good actor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Coming soon to a Netflix near you. But I bet the Crown's going to be really popular because of Queenie.
That one episode is going to be the one.
Yeah.
I reckon that'll be the most viewed episode. Because some people that are watching it now was not alive when the news broke about Diana getting in a car crash and dying.
True.
Yeah.
Question is how much of the truth are they going to follow?
But do they actually know the truth 100%?
That is a trolley question and a serious question.
The thing is, do they know the 100% truth regarding it anyway? They could know about 75% of it, and that's it.
It's just going to be, there's a cat in the background.
He's just woke
What is
up.
haciendo? What is haciendo, cat?
Yeah, he just woke up.
Oh, it's so pretty. Anyway.
You said about like they've been the most popular one. Have any of you watched Dahmer yet?
Yep.
Dave, you watched it?
I've watched 2-3 episodes. I know the story of Dahmer. But,
Well, I know the story of Dahmer, but it's
Dahmer could have been put into a 2-hour film. Just saying.
Yeah, but it builds more tension when you watch it in the series. That's the whole point. It's supposed to make you. I will say this though. People
there are 2 episodes that didn't need in it.
People saying like, oh, they couldn't finish watching the first episode because it made it was brutal and uncomfortable. And I was just like, what were you watching? Because if you don't know who Jeffrey Dahmer was and what he did, you are horrifically misinformed. Because it's if you are, because it's women are into this true crime serial killer shit. They love it.
Yeah, I'm into true crime serial killer shit.
No, but every true crime podcast is mainly women. Let's just be real.
Oh yeah.
That's not a bad thing. I'm just saying. Titty power.
Oh. You're the breast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're
such feminists, God.
Yeah, but I am on episode 6 or 7, and I don't think it's not been ever I can't watch this because I mean I know what happens. I've learned some stuff that I didn't know that he did and things like that.
Is it classed as an 18?
I imagine so.
Because there's not a lot of blood in.
Yeah, but it's suggestive. I don't want to spoil it for people that don't actually know. You literally see the bit I've got to. Spoiler alert now. Here's your chance. If you haven't seen it, here's your chance. And if you stayed, you're trying fucking fool. I've got to the bit where basically I think the deaf man, Tony, the deaf guy.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure sure this, because it keeps jumping back and forth. It's just killed him, and I'm pretty sure he's about to eat his liver because he's just fried it. Just fried a piece. It looked like
with some fava beans.
Are you on the episode called Anthony or Tony?
Yes.
It's the episode that's basically just about Anthony.
Yeah, but it gives depth to the character, Mitch, because it was a real person who died.
Yes, but then they would have they should have done a whole episode about every other person that got killed by him.
Yeah, but then how many episodes is in there?
The thing is, what I was saying, the reason I bring up Dahmer is because, one, people have been saying, oh, I can't watch it. It's too this, that, and the other. When it's not, because you don't actually see anything.
You don't see anything.
I was listening to...
Apart from the last episode.
I was listening to the Bromigos pod, which is another one. Go check them out. And they were talking about it too. And because I hadn't seen it when they were talking about it. And they were saying about, there's in the first episode is basically the story of how he got caught. But it shows that in his flat where he lived, there's a vent that connects his house to his neighbours.
Yeah.
And all it does is it pans from him with a drill in his hand. The moment the drill starts, it then pans to the woman in the other place. And all you can do is you could just hear the sawing, the drilling, the cracking, the split. You can hear everything. You can't see anything.
Exactly.
It's very suggestive. But the reason I bring it up is there's a potential lawsuit, apparently, from Lionel Dahmer, Jeffrey Dahmer's dad. Because apparently they have used all of the basically used all the information without his permission, or at least letting him know. Apparently some of the families aren't very happy because some of the stuff that does happen, I think they've made up purely for...
Yeah, they've over dramatized it.
Well, it's a series. It's going to be over dramatized anyway. But the whole Tony episode, I think, how would you possibly know all that happened?
Yeah, exactly.
So reading between the lines and try and fill in the gaps. But people are saying, oh yeah, he should sue Netflix.
The issue is, I'm pretty sure when Lionel Dahmer was going to release his book, all the families, you'll find out later on, I can't even say anything.
Oh no, he wrote.
He can't say anything.
He wrote his book, and then
he wrote his book. All the families are taking all the royalties from it. So
he donated the money. He didn't take them. He donated the money.
I
So
mean,
no
yeah,
matter if he gets money from this or not, it's probably going to go to them.
the only people that should profit off of a serial killer's like any money made from a serial killer's
It's the
story
victims.
should be the victim's family. Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Like I think that's what they had into like legislation in some way. That if any kind of prisoners to sell their story to like news or give interviews or something like that, then the proceeds go to the victims' families.
Yeah.
But they should put a memorial up for the people that want to remember their loved ones, which
They
are
probably
still
have
not
their,
put up.
but they probably have their own personal ones.
Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't really want a public case. That's kind of it's kind of glorifying a serial killer.
See, this is what a lot of people are saying, that they're glorifying Jeffrey Dahmer.
I mean, they do that with every true crime series.
No, not Netflix, not Netflix. People seem to be, especially like,
yeah, but
it's people are fucked up. Like, there's also people going to an 86-year-old man's house and throwing their cacks at him, saying that they love him. Like, he's an old man. You're like 20, bruv. Like, leave the man alone. Like, he's had to go through a horrifying experience of his own.
For one, I get girls getting thirsty over Evan Peters kind of thing. I mean,
I will admit that Evan Peters is an attractive man. He's in cracking shape for that program, by the way. He is in fantastic shape. He is not just he's possibly one of the best actors about. The roles he's played, amazing. American Horror Story hits it out of the park every time.
Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah, it was good in that, yeah.
And I'm not even the biggest fan of American Horror Story. I'm a fan of him. He's if you see the lead role is Evan Peters, and it's going to be someone who was a little bit twisted, a bit sick in the head, if you want to say it that way.
Yeah.
He nails it.
He plays nutter well. He
is like the Dahmer. I've seen all the
You're not going to mention the Marvel ones he's been in?
I'm not talking about Marvel, am I?
I know, but you're mentioning other things he's been in.
Yeah, because it fits the profile. Him playing Quicksilver has nothing to do with Jeffrey Dahmer.
True.
Quicksilver's not nutter, I'm guessing.
No, Quicksilver's like the Flash.
But a better version.
Well, maybe not. His one's alive. The other one's dead. But anyway, don't get me started on Marvel, because then I'll just keep going. But so now I've lost track where I was going. See, look what you've done.
Say about Evan Peters. How good he is.
Yeah, he's great.
Stuff. Plays nutter well.
Yeah, plays fantastic. Like, I've seen all the previous Dahmer like documentaries and stuff. I've seen the confessions tapes of Dahmer. That's fucking boring, because I've heard it all before and you don't really see that much. So, but I think he's done a very good job of getting that, like, that fucking stare that Dahmer had when he was in, when you see the old interviews and stuff, and he had that stare. That's like a 1,000-yard stare. And people saying that it was his mum's medication that made him a fucking lunatic. It was his dad basically leaving him and helping him cut up roadkill and shit.
Yeah. I mean, the whole thing about glorifying serial killers by kind of like telling the stories, they're kind of like, education kind of thing is the way I see it. That you raise like kids a certain way, that you make sure you look out for mental health kind of issues and stuff like that, and you support people so that they don't turn into kind of like dangers to society.
I've noticed
they are lessons from history.
I've noticed with Dahmer, people have come out and said, please don't dress up as Dahmer for Halloween, but none of the other ones. Like when Ted Bundy come out, no one said don't dress up as Ted Bundy for Halloween.
The thing is with Bundy didn't have a specific look. Whereas
Bundy's look changed.
Bundy's look changed. He was literally just, he was driving up and down highways, just fucking just killing people.
Or John Wayne Gacy, the killer clown.
Yeah, but you wouldn't dress up. The thing is, you couldn't dress up as Pogo the Clown because he killed children. Like, it's a bit different. It's a bit different. Like, it's looked at differently. Like, you're a murderer. You're a sick fuck. You murdered children. It's like another level. Do you see what I'm saying?
But you wouldn't dress up as Hitler, but people still did.
People don't dress up as Hitler. They dress up as a Nazi.
I've seen people dress up as Hitler.
You could just be
like Prince Harry.
Yeah. Well, he dressed up as a Nazi.
That's what I just said. There's a Nazi. But I'm saying, like, if people are going to go, there's that distinctive look. It's the jeans with the shirt tucked into the jeans. Funnily enough, those glasses, I genuinely had a pair of those glasses at one stage. I've got them still somewhere. I don't know where they are. I don't know.
But,
If you go in as go, and the thing is, because of how fresh that series now is, like the whole, like, it wasn't necessarily put to bed and like it's finished now. You don't ever have to talk about it again. It's never been like that, but now it's fresh again. Someone's done is they've got a knife, they've gone to the wound and they've just cut it clean open again. So it's out there again. It's raw. People that, like I said, people that weren't born, that don't know nothing about it, are now learning about it.
But wouldn't they need to get permission from the families of the victims before going ahead for this sort of shit?
There's some sort of law. There's some sort of law that you don't, like with production, that you don't need to contact someone to use the information if it's public knowledge. Because it is public knowledge.
Yeah.
It's well documented. It's been put out there multiple times. That's why we know so much. It's like the unholy fucking trinity. You know the three straight away. Someone says serial killers, the first three that most people think of: John Wayne Gacy, Ted Bundy, Jeffrey Dahmer. Because there's so much information about all of them because it's been made publicly known. And that information can save your fucking life.
Yeah, and you see a lot less serial killers these days because of improvements in crime and technology, and
because there will, I tell you now, I don't be surprised if you fucking hear it in the news that some cunt has tried to copycat.
Yeah, there's been loads of people that have been trying to copycat stuff.
No, but I'm talking about now. No,
Dahmer. Like cannabis.
Dahmer. Yeah. Don't be surprised if someone tries to copycat. Maybe not to that extent, but that's what I'm saying.
We should.
No, I mean, you had Jack the Ripper,
if more people,
and you had Cam the Ripper.
If more people are, we just kind of comparing serial killers now.
No.
If we're playing a tournament episode, fucking serial killers.
Seeing as more people are getting into cannibalism,
they're not getting into cannibalism.
Yeah,
no,
we should do a cannibalism.
We'll do a cannibalism episode next week. Next Idle Chat.
No. Because then you're glorifying it. Stop glorifying it. Yes.
The way things are going at the moment, we probably will end up having to resolve to cannibalism.
Yeah, Rishi Sunak's going to fuck us into oblivion.
Well, happy Halloween, everyone.
Yeah,
this is when this is coming out.
Wait, what is it?
It's coming out on Saturday. Halloween's on Monday.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it'll be 2 days beforehand.
Spooky.
We're going to the spooky episode. James Corden.
Man. What?
I said he's a fat man.
Smithy. Ooh.
Wrap this up, man, Mitch.
Thank you for listening, guys. You can find all previous Idle Chats as well as all other podcasts on all podcasting platforms. You can also find them on Twitter at Wait What Pod Trio. Thank you and peace. Gun fingers.
Luca.